Ladies and gentlemen, my name is SimeonHendrix, and this is episode 1 of Steady Focused. Today, it's episode number 1, Steady Focused. We could have started anywhere in the world, but let me start at the beginning. My name is SimeonHendrix, and I had been doing a lot of prayers, and a lot of dreaming and thinking about the fact that I wanted to do a new show. I wanted to do a new podcast, I wanted to do a new blog, and I wanted to focus on teaching, okay? I got lots of things I could teach, but what am I proficient at? What am I making a living at? What am I extremely passionate about? Photography and filmmaking. Steady Focused is my iterating out loud. It is a journal. It's going to be a lot of lessons where I'm going to teach to you things that I've picked up along the way, mistakes that I've made, things that I've overcome, and I want to learn from you as well. The best way to learn is to teach, right? So yeah, I've been working at Hager Communications for the last 4 years. I've moved through the ranks of the company. I still work at Hager Communications, and I love Hager Communications. We are based downtown Wichita Falls. So I came in as graphic artist, and I moved all the way around. Now my main focus is photography and filmmaking. We got an amazing team over there, and I love it. And it's a fast-paced, creative, award-winning advertising agency, and it's taught me a lot. So Steady Focused, I'm continuing to learn every day, every shoot. I always ask the guys, hey, what could I have done better, and how can I improve on this? What was great? What was your thoughts? I'm steady focused on being the best human that I can be, being the best photographer, being the best filmmaker, and I want to take you guys along on a journey with me. Okay, so obviously maybe you can get the vibe that this is going to have a positive influence, like mental thinking as well, just to be the best humans that we can be. So that's a little bit about Steady Focused. SimeonHendrix, you can Google me. There's lots of stuff. I've been a creative, passionate on this road as a creative full-time, probably for about 15 years. Probably when I was 20, I started getting really serious about being a creative. And you guys can kind of search through my history, but it is all about Steady Focused. So episode 1 with Steady Focused, we could have started anywhere in the world, right? Because photography and filmmaking is a huge subject, very broad. So we could have started anywhere. But I want to start with the very basic, the most fundamental thing that I want you to take away from this. Photography and filmmaking is all about light. Okay, and when I say that, I'm not just talking about the speed light that we put on top of our camera, or if it's an off, we mount it on a stand and we shoot. Or I'm not talking about the fluorescent lights that we bring in. I'm not just talking about the tungsten lights, the external lights that we bring in to light our scene. That's very much a part of it. And I'm not just talking about the available daylight. That's very much part of it. I'm talking about all of that. Photography and filmmaking is all about light and how we use that light, or the absence of that light, right? Shadows, to tell our story, to drive home the message that we want to tell, okay? So right here, I just, before we go any further, I want to just, let's just stop and take a look at how a camera works. Hey, Simeon, okay, great, it's all about light, but how does the camera work? The camera works from light. Light goes in through the lens, comes through the body of the camera, and it burns onto either film or the sensor of our digital camera. And that light is what creates the image for our photograph or our video, okay? So there you go. That the most basic breakdown of it all, it's about light. So I want to show you guys a couple of images right here and a video that just kind of looking at the different ways that extremes of lighting situations and how we can use that. Here is a look at some nighttime photography Okay, this was something that I shot when I was doing a behind the scenes for Where the Shadows Fall, and it was yeah, it was an awesome behind the scenes movie shoot. And you can see, so this was a photograph we shot at nighttime, okay? I don't want you to focus on, oh my gosh, how did you get the settings for that? I just want you to focus on checking out the light, okay, and the absence of light. This is just one option available to us. This is nighttime star photography, okay? You can see we got the set off in the distance or in the trees. Very cool. Let's take a look at another image right here, and this is what they call high key photography, okay? This is my son Kingston. He is the man. He is the joy of my entire life. And you can see right here, the white behind him is totally blown out. It's totally white, okay? And this is just another style of manipulating light. FYI, you guys can see right here a behind the scenes photo. So I took a reflector and I put that behind him on a sunny day. So the sun was shining onto his back, but so it illuminated that reflector or diffuser, and then it came on to him, and then I lit the front of him with a speed light or a flash. Again, we're not getting into the technicals of that. It's episode 1. I just want you to soak in that there's different types, different ways we can use lighting. Here's another. This is a low-key photography. So you can see right here, we've got the background is totally black. Okay, that's Carly. She used to work with us at Hager Communications. She's a great person, and I love this photograph. I love how we've got all these vibrant colors and then the stark black absence of light behind her. So it's very cool. So, you know, of course we know that we can do external lights, right? We can bring in lights. If we don't want to get to that point, or we can bring in external lights, okay? But one thing that is incredible is God's light, okay? The sun, right? It is beautiful and is awesome, and it can be very harsh. So we have to use the sun at its most optimal time. And when is that? You may have heard of a thing called the golden hour, okay? This is in the very morning when the sun is just coming up, and at the very end of the day when the sun is going down. That light is very soft, so it's not harsh. It's not brutal. It doesn't create deep shadows. And you know, you guys are out there, you just want to take some great pictures, absolutely use it. Use God's light, use the sun, go for the golden hour. It's incredible. So here's a video that we did. It was a commercial for 4 Stars Auto Ranch, and we went out to rodeo grounds, and I just got the GH4, which I love. It's a camera, Panasonic GH4. I love it. That's what I'm shooting on today right now. So we went out there, and this was all about the Chevrolet, and we wanted to really drive home hardworking women putting in time, putting in work, paying their dues until the sun goes down. You know, just doing it, doing the work. So take a look at this commercial right here that we put together. I'm really happy with the way it came together. And in your mind while you're watching it, be noticing the light. And this, again, we shot this more towards the end of the day so we could get into that golden hour.
My horse, my trailer, my Chevy. 4 Stars Auto Ranch, Henrietta, Texas.
Yeah, cool. I love it. I love it. Hope you guys like it. Yeah, so one thing that we're talking about the sun, right? And the different ways, or we're talking about the sun and how the sun's rays come down to us at different times of the day. Here's an image that I shot at the First Texas building. where we work downtown. And here's 3 different images of the same building shot from the same spot at 3 different times of the day. We have one is early morning, one is midday, and one is more towards the end of the day. And notice how the shadows are different, okay? Notice how the story could be told a little bit differently because of those shadows. You know, it feels like the sun is going around the earth, but that's not what's happening. The earth is spinning, and then the earth is going around the sun. So one time around the earth on its spin on its axis is a day, it's 24 hours. One time for the sun to go all the way around, one time for the earth to go all the way around the sun, that's 365.25 days, that's a year. And a month is the time that it takes for the moon to travel around the earth. There you go. So let's do an experiment. I'm gonna hand this out to you guys, experiment time. What you can do, what I'd like for you to do is get a cup and a flashlight. Go set it up on your kitchen table or coffee table, you know, wherever, or in your bedroom, do whatever you want. But this is what I want you to do. We're gonna play with the flashlight and notice how when we move the flashlight, what we see of the cup changes. The shadows in the cup changes. And so if you pull it down real low, look how that is. If you put it right on top, shining down on top of the cup, take a look how that is. Go to the right, go to the left. Just play around with that, and then you'll see how shadows change when our lighting changes. So that's just a fun experiment we can mess around with. Yeah, guys, that's basically it. That is just a jump off into Steady Focused. This is going to be a fun ride. I'm really excited about this, Steady Focused. And for today, for episode 1, the only thing I want you to take away from this is just simmer in your mind that photography and filmmaking is all about light, okay? Final thought, food for our brain, feeding our brain. Every episode, I'm gonna end this with some positive, you know, I love podcasts. I love listening to videos. I love audiobooks. And I continually pump that stuff into my brain. I really I love learning, and I love putting positive things inside of my brain. So what I've been simmering on, what I've been soaking in, what I've been listening over and over again is a book by a man called Steven Pressfield, and it is called The War of Art. It's not The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It is The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. And so check it out. It's on audiblebooks.com. That's how I like to listen to books. That's how I like to ingest books. So yeah, check that out. I would highly recommend it. And big deal. What's the deal? Tons of creative people that are super successful. I've heard a lot of them mention this book, The War of Art. And so it's talking about inspiration, how we got to follow our heart, how if we don't follow our heart, how we can, suffer emotionally and physically, kind of almost a depression will sit in. It's talking about that inspiration is real, and it talks a lot about resistance, and from that point of view is to say that if we put things off and we don't do them, we don't reach our full potential. And every single one of us experiences resistance every day. You're not alone in that. And as artists, we experience a lot of resistance. So I highly recommend it. It's a great book. Put it on audible.com. Listen to it while you're washing the dishes or mowing the yard or drawing or editing photos, or maybe you're in between edits on your new movie. So I highly recommend it. My name is SimeonHendrix. This has been episode 1 of Steady Focused. You can find me online on Facebook. You can hit me up on Instagram, SimeonHendrix, or online at steadyfocused.com. Guys, take care. I don't even know what I'm saying. Guys, take care. It's been a great day. This is going to be an awesome journey. I love you guys. I'm SimeonHendrix. This is Steady Focused. Continue to come with me. SteadyFocused.com, SimeonHendrix on Facebook and Instagram.